A very good morning, students. I hope you all are fine and doing well, and you all are in very good health. Today, we are going to start with the chapter, and the name of the chapter is Materials, Metals, and Non Metals. For this, we have to study the different properties of what a metal has and the different properties that are shown by non metals. So, let's start with the physical properties of metals. Physical property means the properties which are visible to you physically, which you can observe yourself. And chemical properties means how do they react with different compounds found on this earth. So we are going to start with the physical property first, and then we will move on to chemical properties. So the first physical properties of metals and non-metals is their physical state. Physical state means they can be present in as solid, liquid or gas. Most metals which you see around you are generally present in solid form. But mercury is an exception which is found in liquid form at the room temperature. Whereas non-metals can be solids or gases. There is no metal which is gases, but major of your non-metals are gases like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen are all gases. Now bromine is a non-metal which occurs as a liquid at room temperature. So mercury is a metal which occurs as liquid, and bromine is a non-metal which occurs as liquid both at room temperatures. The next property is their malleability and brittleness. Malleability means that when metals are hammered, they can be developed or they can be made into thin sheets or foils. This property is known as malleability. Now, because of this property, many metals like gold, silver, aluminium and all can be made into different articles. The food which you store in your aluminium foil, the foil is made up of due to the property of malleability. The packaging is done due to the property of malleability. However, when non-metals are broken down when they are hammered, they basically break into different pieces on hammering, and this is known as brittleness. So non-metals are generally brittle in nature. They break down into small little pieces. The third property is ductility. Ductility means the property by which the metals can be drawn into wires, and this property is used to make different articles like copper is a metal which is used to make electrical wires. Tungsten is a metal which is used to make the wire in the bulbs. And non-metals are generally non-ductile. So when they are stretched, they easily break down and they do not form wires. The fourth property of the day is luster. Luster basically means that most of the metal have a shiny surface, and these metals are known as metallic luster. The luster property is used in gold and copper as well as platinum to make the jewelries or decorative items. Whereas non-metals, they do not have a shiny appearance like metals, but they are very dull in appearance. We talk about conductivity of heat. Metals generally allow heat to pass through them. Here, silver is the best conductor of heat, followed by copper. So heat will pass through silver very easily compared to the rest of the metals, which is followed by copper. Other than these two metals, aluminium and iron can also act as a good conductors, and it is this reason why we use metals as our utensils as well as our boilers. Now non-metals are very poor conductors of heat and electricity. They do not allow heat to pass through them. The next property comes hardness. As you all know that iron, silver, gold, these metals are very hard in nature. That is why they are used in the constructions of different things like bridges, railway lines, machines, etc. There are also some metals which are soft in nature. Like for example, sodium and potassium. It is so soft that you can cut it with a knife. Whereas non-metals are generally not so strong or hard. They can be easily broken down when large weight is put on them. So the only hardest substance or the hard non-metal is carbon. Is a form of carbon known as diamond. Diamond is a very hard substance and it is one of the actually hardest occurring substance in the nature. The seventh property which we talk about is the tensile strength. Metals have a very high tensile strength. This is the property by which allows the substances to bear a lot of strain without breaking down. Means you can, bend them without actually breaking down. This is known as tensile strength. So you can bend an iron bar with a lot of strain, but it does not break. Therefore, it is used in constructions wherever zinc, which has a very low tensile strength, can break up easily. Now, when we talk about non-metals, these non-metals have a very low tensile strength, so they can break up very easily. However, carbon fiber has a very high tensile strength, and here carbon is a non-metal. The next property of physical property is density. Generally, metals have high density, but sodium and potassium does not, and non-metals have very low density. Density is the mass per unit volume of a substance, how much mass it has per volume of that substance. So metals generally have a high density and non-metals have a low density. Now, conductivity of electricity. As conductivity of heat, metals are also very good conductors of electricity and non-metals are not. And therefore, we use metal substances in our everyday life for conduction of electricity, like wires, and we use non-metals like wood and plastic for where we do not want electricity to pass through. So graphite is a non-metal which is very good conductor of electricity. This is the exception, general exception. The next property is sonority. Sonority means that it produces a ringing sound. When a hard substance strikes to it, it produces a ringing sound, and that ringing sound is known as sonority or sonorous. So metals are generally sonorous and non-metals are non-sonorous. So therefore, metals are used for making bells and they are used for musical instruments as well. So these are few of the musical instruments where a metal string is used. And the last physical property is the melting and the boiling points. Metals have a very high melting and boiling points. It can go as up to 1500 degrees Celsius in iron, but non-metals have a low melting point up to 115. So we are only going to talk about these physical properties today, and as your homework I want you to go through this table given on page number 59, which talks about all the different physical properties and how metals and non-metals show those properties. So as your homework, I am giving you the table on page number 59 to please read it out and do solve the MCQs given on page number 58. This we will discuss in our class later on. So please solve these MCQs and read and try to learn the table on page number 59. This is all for today. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you so much, bacha.